Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to present two cases of multiple myeloma revealing two clonal plasma cell populations on flow cytometry. This was a paper published in the International Journal of Science and Research in July 2019, and this was a paper authored by myself, Dr. Karyawasan, Mr. B.L.T. Balasurya and SACD Ranatunga, who are both medical laboratory technologists of the Sri Jayawardhanapura Hospital, of which I am the consultant hematologist. So to start off the presentation, so we are talking about multiple myeloma, which is a B-cell neoplasm, and in symptomatic patients it is defined as the presence of one or more CRAB features with the presence of a clonal proliferation of plasma cells in the bone marrow. Confirmation of clonality of plasma cells by flow cytometry. The selection of population of CD38 positive and CD138 positive cells are considered as to gate for plasma cells. If it is reactive plasma cells, there is a low forward and side scatter and high CD38 expression together with a CD19 positive and a CD56 negative phenotype. Neoplastic plasma cells or neoplastic plasma cells which are diagnostic of myeloma have a high forward and side scatter and a relatively low CD38 expression together with a CD19 negative and a CD56 positive phenotype. So our case 1 today is a 76-year-old female patient with a history of severe back pain and shoulder pain. The hemoglobin was 9.2 grams per deciliter and the ESR was 120 millimeters per first hour. The blood picture showed normochromic normocytic red blood cells with a marked ruler formation. The white blood cells were normal in number with a lymphocytic predominance. So further on to the case 1, there was a proteinuria. The serum creatinine was 1.2 milligrams per deciliter. Urine Brennstones was positive. There was a monoclonal band in the gamma region amounting to 14.4 grams per liter. There were lytic lesions seen in the skeletal survey and the ultrasound scan of the abdomen was normal. We did a bone marrow examination and that revealed 40% of the nucleated bone marrow cells which were plasma cells with few plasmablasts and binucleated and multinucleated forms. So the flow cytometry findings, as you can see, there are two populations, population 1 and population 2. So in the population 1, this amounted to about 3% of the total population of abnormal plasma cells, which were bright positive for CD38 and CD138, CD56, CD27 and kappa, but was negative for CD19, CD45 and cytoplasmic immunoglobulin lambda. Then the second population, which was about 14.8%, in that population it was positive for CD138, CD56 and immunoglobulin kappa with CD27, but negative for 19, 38, 45 and lambda. Okay, so we move on to the second case report, and that was a 56-year-old male patient with a history of right hip pain radiating along the lower limb with again high ESR of 120 millimeters. Urine analysis showed a proteinuria, but the urine Brennstones protein was negative and there was a high serum creatinine of 144.2 micromoles per liter. Viral studies were negative. In this patient's blood picture, there was a normocytic normochromic anemia with macrocytes also and a marked ruler formation and a mild lymphocytic predominance with an occasional plasmacytoid lymphocyte. So in this patient, we did a serum protein electrophoresis which showed, and we have documented it here, a band of 61.3 grams per liter monoclonal band. The lytic lesions were seen in the skeletal survey, and the bone marrow aspiration showed 20% of the nucleated marrow cells being abnormal plasma cells with multinucleated and binucleated forms. So again the flow cytometry, again you can see there are two populations of cells, population 1 and population 2. So in this patient, if you take the population 1, it was about 4.6% with bright positive CD38, 138, 56 and lambda, but negative for CD19, 27, CD45 and kappa. The second population, which was about 7.6%, showed a positive CD38 lambda and was heterogeneous for CD56 and was negative for 138, 19, 27, 45 and kappa. So diagnosis was that they are in the presence of lytic lesions in the skeletal surface and confirmed clonality of plasma cells, plasma cell myeloma or multiple myeloma were confirmed in both patients. So the conclusion, in both patients there were two populations of plasma cells. In patient 1, the second population of plasma cells were negative for CD38. In the second patient, the second population was negative for CD138. Both samples were analyzed on the same day of collection. So the discussion is that majority of true plasma cell neoplasms have abnormal surface immunophenotype with decreased to absent CD19, CD27, 45 and occasionally decreased CD38, decreased or increased CD138. Lack of expression of the target molecules on tumor cells is an important resistant mechanism for antibody-based therapies. Patient number one had negative CD38 expression in the population 2 at diagnosis and so will not be a candidate for therapy such as daratumumab. A minimum threshold of target antigen expression is required above which complement-mediated cytotoxicity can occur. Loss of CD38 might be an epigenetic or an escape mechanism of malignant plasma cells from antibody-based treatments. Then CD138 negative plasma cells are more primitive and they have a higher proliferative potential than the CD138 positive plasma cells. It is important to process the sample at the earliest possible as the delay can cause a false negative CD138 expression, but as I mentioned earlier, we process the samples on the day it was collected. Patients with low levels of CD138, such as in the patient 2, have a worse overall survival compared with high levels of CD138 in newly diagnosed as well as patients receiving high-dose chemotherapy followed by autologous stem cell transplantation. These patients are also known to respond poorly to treatment with lenalidomide. So these are my references. Thank you.